Alright, so today we're going to do a pod review on this pepper right over here, and that is called the MA Wartryx. I believe it's MA Wartryx. I know it's Wartryx, but there might be called MA. I forgot what it is. And so that's what this pepper is right here. This is the Wartryx pepper for short. We're going to yank that one right off, and I got another one. Yank that one right off that already. And boy, these things are nasty looking. Look at that. I don't know if I really want to even do these things. Look at how ugly that thing is. Holy smokes, dude. Look at that, dude. That is sick. Wow, these are really crazy looking pods, guys. But I didn't get many pods this year off it because I kind of crowded it out. It's kind of my fault. I have to proof my plants before I actually waste time on putting all this long-term energy into a plant. And the reason why I do that is the situation that constantly happens with the Capsicum pepper. I'm sure a lot of you have seen that video. So because of that reason, I don't like to buy seeds and then plant it out, and then it turns out to be nothing because I don't really want to bring that in winter over a plant that I didn't plan to grow. So this, I proofed it out. It's definitely a Wartryx, and so I'm pretty confident that I'm going to be bringing this in and have it survive the winter all the way until next year. But look at that, guys. That is absolutely wicked looking. Look at that. That is insane. Wow. I'm going to be afraid to bite this thing, guys. I'll be honest with you. That is a really crazy looking pepper. Wow. But anyway, I guess I'll turn you around and let's give it a go. Alright guys, today we're going to do a pod review on this nasty one right here, and this is called the MA Wartryx. And I've been wanting to grow this one for quite a while. The only thing is that just haven't had time. I'm growing all these other peppers. People are sending me seeds. I'm trading seeds. I got to grow what comes in. But I finally got around to actually buying seeds to it, and here we go. That is called the MA Wartryx, and this is supposed to be a real nasty one, so I'm definitely probably not going to actually eat this, but I will bite it, chew it up, try to get some flavor out of it, and just go through the burn and try to describe how it affects my mouth. And I don't think I'm going to be able to swallow this one this morning because I really didn't eat breakfast, so we don't want to get hurting that bad. So without any further ado, let's give that nasty one a bite. It's got a very strange flavor. It's got like this really tropical fruity type flavor. And it has like a slight citrusy flavor to it, but it's got this very, very strange flavor. It doesn't taste anything like a scorpion. It doesn't taste anything like a boot. I think this is going to be hot, guys. This is starting to come in. It's starting to burn my mouth now, so let it build. We'll go through that in a minute. We'll just get that taste out of the way. It had like this really strange fruity flavor to start, and then it tasted really good. I'll be honest with you. It's very different from the standard type of, you know, boots and scorpions and reapers. It's kind of different in taste. This thing has its own flavor to it, guys. This is truly a very, very delicious tasting pepper. I'm very impressed with the flavor on this. As far as the heat, let's let it build. It's coming in now. It's a slow builder. It's starting to sting like a you-know-what. It's just an incredible flavor on this thing, man. I gotta have to bite this again just to get that flavor down. That is a really delicious flavor pepper. Very exciting to the palate. It's refreshing to eat something that doesn't have a typical type flavor, and you have to look for the nuances to find the differences in flavor. This is noticeably different. This thing straight out the gate is just completely different flavor. As far as the heat right now on it, it's really not that hot, to be honest with you, so far. I mean, if I take another bite, some of these peppers are weird. You can bite it on one side and then bite the other side, and it's a completely different story. So far, it's not that hot. I probably put it at around 15, maybe 20,000 Scovilles right now. It's really not that hot, but I'm going to take another bite. We'll chew it up a little better and really get the full burn on it and see how it is. But the most thing that I can point out about this pepper is that flavor. That very interesting, it has a nice fruity smell to it and stuff. This is a keeper, guys. This one's definitely a keeper. I would definitely consider growing this again next year. Or if I wasn't growing it, I'm glad I'm growing it now. I like that flavor a lot. That would taste good in so many different kinds of cooking and stuff. It's ridiculous. I could think of so many ways to use this. Now, as far as the spiciness of it, again, spiciness is just basically the aftertaste that I'm referring to that kind of lingers around. How long is that going to linger for? And that to me can be a problem because eventually it starts to nauseate me. And I don't like to be nauseated. Some peppers do that. This one doesn't seem to be having a spicy effect like that, but it does have like a little bit of hanging around a little bit. But it's different. It's not a spicy hanging around. It's strange, kind of. This is a weird one, guys. This straight up is straight weird. Let me take another bite. I guess if I was to kind of place it somewhere, I'd say it'd have to be in those scorpion boot flavors. It's just a really, really nice tasting pepper, guys. This thing is, I really like that funny tropical type fruity flavor. It's very exciting type of flavor. Your palate lights right up from that. It struck me right away. As soon as I started chewing that up and that flavor came out, I was like, wow, that's nice. That's a very nice change. Because a lot of times I eat these peppers and the flavors and stuff start to be really feel like the same thing to me. After a while, when you eat this many varieties, it really starts to become hard to find those little differences. This thing was noticeably different right out the gate. Very, very nice. Very, very nice. I really like the Wartryx a lot. Flavor-wise. Presentation-wise, it's pretty creepy looking. So it's going to weird you out a little bit. So presentation-wise, it's really not that bad. As far as heat goes, I don't know. This one's really not that hot, guys. I mean, that last bite I took, we can bump that up a little bit, and we'll go over the burn. Okay. The heat on this, I'm probably going to say now, after I chewed that second piece a little better. I did swallow some of it this time, even though I didn't eat. I would probably say that somewhere now between, I'm going to start to go to 30 to 40,000. Starting to go into 50,000. It's a slow builder, but it's really not that punishing. It's not that bad at all. This is pretty easy, to be honest with you. We'll grow this out next year out in the garden. We'll get it to the full sun, full spectrum, water it, fertilizer, whole nine. We're going to see if we can really bring up the flavor on it as well as the heat. I'm also going to do some stressing on it. So we'll see if we could get that heat up a little bit. But right now, like I say, at best for me right now with the pepper I just ate, at best I'm going to probably say 60,000. I don't know. As far as the burn goes, it's across the top of the tongue, sting in the back of the tonsils, feels really good. My lips are really burning. I'm really feeling it in the lips a lot more than anything. It's where it's really getting me. But it's getting me also on the tip of the tongue, around the edge of the top. It's really concentrating here. Now, I chewed it on this side of my mouth over here. I chewed it really good. But the burn is really focusing on the tip of the tongue and my lips. That's where the burn went to. So it's not even really burning where I chewed it, to be honest with you. It's a little warm. And the back of the tonsils is feeling it pretty good. This is definitely a throat burn type of pepper. It's got that kind of capsaicin in it that affects that part of your throat. But as far as the tongue goes, I would say, like, if you're looking at the tongue, it's just the very tip of it, around the top edges going towards the back. That whole area is kind of lit up. The very top of the tongue and going back is like nothing on that. It's just around the edges, a little bit on the bottom of the front of the tip of the tongue. The lips are getting wiped out right now. And as far as the effects goes, I did get like a slight adrenaline response from that, very slightly. I felt my heart rate go up a little bit. And getting watery noses, my eyes are slightly watery, no jitters. Just the overall body function was stepped up a notch. Like my heart rate went up a little bit warm down the esophagus and maybe into the stomach just slightly. But I didn't swallow the whole pepper. I'm sure if I swallowed the whole pepper, I probably would have got a gut cramp because I just didn't simply eat this morning. But this is a very, very nice pepper. This is definitely the type of a pepper that you, if you're into culinary and stuff like that, you're definitely going to want to start looking into peppers that really have a good flavor and a good presentation. This is probably going to be one of the peppers you're going to want to experiment with. That flavor is definitely something different. So it's not very typical. You could kind of really move off into a different zone of things if you're making hot sauces and you want to kind of brand it. This would probably be something you might want to use as a secret ingredient. It's got the flavor for it. But anyway, that's it. That's your pod review for the MA Wartryx. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe. And I'll see you on the next one. Take care.